Hi, today I want to show you my gifSequencer 3.0. I've been using some new features for a while, but I couldn't get the time to make a tutorial. Today I want to show you those new features. As usual, you just download it from my shortcut link from my Google Drive. I've already downloaded and extracted to the folder here. I always recommend you to check out the README file first, then you will see a list of new features. Let's start it. As before, gifSequencer GUI.bat. Then it will ask you for permission. There are 2 lights detected. Now can continue. I'm not going to the details again. If you have never used gifSequencer before, please check out the older video. I'm going to jump straight away into the new features. First, click on Generate. Then it will scan my GIF files as before. Close this. Okay, now the new feature requires every movie has to have a movie name to make the item unique. In the older version, it basically the uniqueness based on the GIF file name and the frame per seconds. But now we allowed more parameters, so the user has to make the movie unique. The first line is showing the format of the simplest GIF definition. Basically, it will take all the default values, and here there are 3 different formats with all different parameters, and these 2 text and trace are the old features I have already explained in the older video. Now I'm going to show you the first new feature. As we know from the older video, the first column is the duration. If the new duration is 0, then it will be ignored. But now we can also comment the whole block out if we want to ignore many lines. We don't need to go through each line and change the duration to 0. I can put 2 commas here and go to here. I want to use the music note. 2 commas. Then this block will be ignored. Of course, at the moment it doesn't really matter because the duration is 0. But if it's not 0, then we can use the double comma to comment a block. Then I ignore the rest of the lines here. So I make the duration 3. Okay, now let's save it in a new file. I call it as a string. Refresh the list. Okay. Let's upload it to string 400. Okay, as you can see, there are some music notes running through, but it's not the best. Now I'm going to show you the feature to fix it. This is the original GIF file. So you can see it's square, but my string is rectangle. Now I'm going to try to show the top row of music note only. When I introduce the scrolling text, I allow user to define the area where to display the GIF file. For example, you can put it somewhere in the middle here. But the problem is then I still have to do the text. I have to put an empty text. That's stupid. Now I introduce the same feature for GIF file only without the text. And for the music note, I'm going to do it this way. I will define my GIF out of my display area. Then this will be the top row of the music notes. Then I have to put a -1 and -1 here. And the top corner is 1 and 1. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to show you this line from here, -1, -1, and 1, 1. So there's a top X, top Y, and I got the new parameter as well, rotation. For the moment, we just ignore it, put it 0. Let's upload the effect to my strings 400. Now you can see it's only showing the top row of the music note. It looks much better. The next feature I want to show you is the RGB feature. I'm going to use the bar. Okay. So I'm going to put this at 0 first, ignore the music note. For example, play 2 seconds. This is just the normal bars playing with the music, for example. Okay, now let me define a RGB. So if I don't like the red color, I can turn it off. That's a red. And let the green and blue is 2 and 3. I leave it as it is, so I'm not going to change anything. Now I'm going to copy the same effect and put it here. Of course, always change the name, otherwise it will fail, because the name must be unique if there's a new movie defined. Now you can see the second effect, there's no red. Okay, now I'm using the red component to put on all the channels. So basically, if you see, it will be white color. If there's no red component in the graphic, then there will be black, because all is using the red component. For the position, we don't want to change anything. So basically, X is -1, Y is 0, and 1 is the top corner, and 0 is no rotation, 1 is 90 degree clockwise, and 2 is 180 degree, and so on. So 0, 1, 2, 3, you can turn that. So I just want to turn 90 degree, I put it 1. Let's try it. Now upload it to curtain. Okay, now you can see the bars is vertical. Now I want to show you the final feature of this version. Until now, we have seen we defined the GIF animation here. And for example, if I have 2 here, then you can see there are 2 movies loaded, and you can see how many frames are generated and how many available frames. The more frame in the animation, the more memory it will take. What we can do is we can reuse the existing movie by putting the name. For example, if I want to rerun this movie, I don't need to specify all the parameters. I can use the name and put the new duration. If I want to play it for 1 second, for example, then I can do that. And now let's say I want to play this movie for 1 second as well. You can change the speed if you want to replay the movie, because Twinkly store the movie with the speed. So as soon as you change the speed, then Twinkly will take it as a new movie. So we can only change the duration. So here is I specify the name. Then in here it will play exactly the same movie, same speed here. So let's try that out. I just want to show you here when I upload it, then you can see there are 2 movies, but in the playlist there are 4 entries inserted. But the third one and the fourth one is playing the same movie as the first and the second, and therefore we still have the same number of available frames, so it doesn't take much memory if we reuse the existing movie. So that's the last feature in this version. And that's all about my gifSequencer 3.0. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give me a thumb up. Thank you for watching. Bye.